Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's set. So for today's set, I'm doing the lazy girl method, if you saw by the thumbnail, and I'm also attempting a French with the lazy girl method, something I haven't done before. So I've done color blocking, I've done negative space, I've done ombres, a solid nail, but I haven't attempted a French yet, so this will be my first attempt at a French with lazy girl. For my prep, I didn't do anything special. I just used my peel-off base aunt, and then I did go in with a layer of base coat gel and cured for 30 seconds. And so now I'm starting with Gershon's Nude Polygel, and I'll put the number on the screen. And I'm just going to squeeze some of that into the nail by the cuticle area using my polygel brush and 70% alcohol as my slip solution. I'm going to go ahead and pat that into a nail bed of my liking. And I do make sure to take it off the stand and look on the back side to kind of see if it's formulating how I like. But I do continue to pat that until it's like nice and smooth and not too thick. So by the cuticle area, you want to make sure that's pretty thin so you don't have as much spillage, as well as the sidewalls. If it's reaching the sidewalls, it should be pretty thin as not to spill over. And like I said, I am like just lifting it up to see. Now for your prep, normally with this, if you want the nails to stay, you want to make sure you're pushing back your cuticles. You want to go around your cuticle with a needle drill bit just to remove any dead skin. You can also do that with a hand file. You then want to rough up the surface of your natural nail just to give the product something to stick to, make some scratches in it. You want to make sure that you're dehydrating your nails. You're using primer, and I suggest 2 coats of primer. And my primer of choice is Young Nails Protein Bond. It is the truth. It has always worked. There are times where I do videos and do not want this to stay. But if I want it to stay, that's how it stays. So without curing, I'm going in on the free edge of the nail with the Flamingo, and this color comes from McCart's Birds of Paradise kit, but now they're selling it single. So like you can get a 30 milliliter bottle of Flamingo on their website if you build your own polygel kit, and I have done so, just waiting for it to cup so I can show you guys what I chose. But basically I'm taking that color and I'm just filling in what hasn't been covered with polygel yet as neatly as I can and as carefully as I can, as not to disturb the nail bed that I already have there. So I kind of was thinking the best way to do it would have been to start up by the free edge and kind of mold my nail bed that way. But I'm going to try it this way, and then maybe in a future video I'll try it that way. Because I did see someone that I'm subscribed to, Baby Girl Nails. Check her out. She is awesome. But I saw that she did Lazy Girl Method with a French. But how she did hers is she used a Sharpie and like etched out where she wanted her nail bed to be, and then she filled the top in with her polygel. She froze that into place and then went into the cuticle area with her final bead to place on her her fingers, all of them. And it worked out perfectly. So I just didn't want to have to go through all that with the Sharpie and stuff, so I decided to just try to go in it. And this first nail came out pretty great, actually, if I must say so. So I'm here again trying to make sure everything is nice and smooth before I go ahead and put that on my nail. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And I would like to take this time to thank anyone who has taken the time to watch any one of my videos. It is greatly appreciated. And watching to the end does actually help a lot. To my subscribers, I love you all oh so very much. And I thank you so much for your continued love and support. You all motivate me and inspire me to keep going. Now I'm going to go in and just lightly place that on my thumb and push just a little, not much. Any spillage, I do go ahead and use my polygel brush, dip it in alcohol, and just wipe that away before going ahead and curing in the lamp for 30 seconds. And for this video, I would like to shout out Fashion Designs Lover. Very supportive, always showing me love. And I also love the channel as well. So if you have a moment, check the channel out. So I'm basically going in on every single finger using this method, as far as just using my cuticle bead with the Goshen Nude, making a nail bed. I'm going to always flip that over to make sure the nail bed is how I would like. I'm going to leave it uncured, go into the tip of that nail with Flamingo, and go ahead and just fill in all of the areas that are not filled in, and then I will lightly place that on my finger and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So I did just show the first 3 nails because it's pretty repetition. I basically did the same thing for each one. I also went in with my e-file and just kind of filed around the cuticle to make it a little more flushed. And then I used a hand file to file these sides. You now see me going in with Burano's nail foil glue. And I'm using a gel brush because I only want the nail glue on the pink portion of the nail. So I'm taking my time and I am putting that gently on to that, a very thin layer I'm trying to put, because if you put too much of the foil glue, the foil isn't going to transfer. So that's a tip. You also always want to make sure the layers are very thin so that the foil does stick. Also, when you're curing, you're going to cure for 60 seconds. And before I go on with my foils, I like to wait an additional 30 seconds. And every time I do that, the foil does transfer effortlessly. So you see me here going in with the foil. I also use my silicone tool and just rub that in. Then I go in with my finger and rub a little bit, and it just comes off very nicely. And I'm going to use this foil for each of my fingers just to give it a nice floral effect. And this will be my last summer set. And then after this, I'm going to go into my fall sets. And I think this set came out super cute, meaning that it was a lazy girl method. I'm used to doing something like this the traditional way. So it was a fun change. So then on all of my nails, I did decide to go in with these rhinestones around the smile line, just to kind of mask the smile line, because on some of my other fingers, the smile line wasn't exactly perfect. So I used these rhinestones to kind of make the smile line I wanted. And so I did go in with Macart's nail rhinestone glue right along that smile line. And I also used Macart's top coat over that, just so I wouldn't have to go in and top coat after placing the rhinestones. And then lastly, on all of the nails, I went in with this, like, it looks like a diamond drop, I guess, on the cuticle area of each of the nails as well, to give it that extra touch. And I just placed one right at the cuticle of each of the nails. And then before curing, because nothing is cured yet, I do go in and straighten up all of the rhinestones, make sure everything is nice and set. And then I cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. And please excuse under my pinky. This was kind of like a rush set. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do for my last summer set, and it was just something that came at the last minute. But I was also very busy the day I did this, but I know I needed it out for Tuesday, so it was very, very rushed. But I did fix that, because it's very easy if you have an e-file to fix anything like that. But that's another great tip when you're doing the lazy girl method. Before curing at all, you always want to look on the underside of your nail and make sure everything is nice and smooth. And I did do that, so I'm not sure what happened there, but yes, that's a great tip. And so just make sure before curing, you always want to look underneath the nails as well and smooth everything out. And since I had already top coated all of the nails, I'm now going in with Kiara Sky's cuticle oil and just moisturizing my cuticles. And here's my finished set. So girly and cute. I love the floral design I chose. I love the rhinestones, just absolutely gorgeous. Please let me know what you think of my nail set down below. And if you've made it this far, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I want to thank you all so very much, and much love.